Trey, going into a week this week where you're facing off against two of the best receivers in the country, does that kind of match up with these two guys get you a little bit more amped up for a game like this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, being a competitor, you always want to be able to see how you match up against two great players that they are. So, I mean, it's a challenge that we realize the challenge. We've already watched a good amount of film. We played these guys last year. I mean, I've played Tyler Johnson a couple times in my career, so I know a lot about them. They're playing really good football right now, so I'm looking forward to it.
And then with Johnson and Bateman in particular, you know, they love to throw a lot of like 50-50 balls to these guys.
Mm-hmm.
That seems a little bit different from a lot of teams you've played so far this year. Does that kind of change the way you guys approach those deeper routes when you know it's going to be a jump ball at the end of it most of the time?
I mean, the way we play, what we always preach is like when the ball goes up, especially in these 50-50 situations, I mean, we play it like we have a chance to catch the ball too. Like we're not trying to just knock it away or anything like that. Go up and go make the play. Just compete and try to win, especially if they throw it up like that. But I mean, that's what we're going to see this week, and we're going to have to win more of those battles than we lose.
You guys, as a defensive, struggled all season to create turnovers, and Minnesota's done a really good job at taking care of the ball. But with those 50-50 balls that they like to throw, do you think you might have a couple chances to maybe take the ball away from them?
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's always chances during the game. During every game you play, it's just really about capitalizing on those chances, trusting your technique, trusting what you see, and just going to make the play. Especially at DB, there's going to be 3 or 4 balls that might be right there for you to make the play. And if you're not trusting yourself, if you're not doing what you've been taught by our coaches and everything throughout practice, throughout camp and everything, you're not going to be able to make the play. So we just have to be there every play, consistently ready to make those plays when they present themselves.
Do you have any idea how you're going to react Saturday, senior day?
No, not really. It's crazy just because it's just gone so fast. And even at the beginning of the season, I was like, wow, like I'm a senior, like, but this season's gone fast and just like, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna react, but hopefully, I'm just trying to focus on getting the dub right now. Like, the last game on Ryan Field, would love to end it with a win. So yeah.
Your dad still coaching?
Yes, yes.
Is he going to be able to come on Saturday?
I do not think so. Probably not.
He's got a game.
Mm.
What do you think the legacy of your senior class is?
I mean, I think we've had a really great time here in my 5 years here. I mean, we've played on some really good teams. Last year, obviously, being in the West Championship, going all the way back to my true freshman year, going 10-2, 10-3, going to the Outback Bowl. My first year eligibility, winning the Pinstripe Bowl in a really tough season that we fought through a lot of adversity and were able to come out with a really big win for us. The next year with the Music City Bowl. So yeah, I think we have left a really good legacy. It's not going to be able to really end the way we wanted it to, going out with a bowl win or getting to our bigger goals that we wanted to do, which is it's tough. I mean, I wanted to lead this place in a better than that, but I think we still have a lot to look back on as far as the amount of wins that we were able to have as a class.
What's it been like, just sort of reflect a little bit on your career here, becoming a starter last couple of years, going through a coaching change, becoming a captain, one of the leaders on that offensive line. What stands out to you the most?
I think first and foremost, I just thank the man upstairs for not only blessing me with the ability to come to Northwestern, but just blessing me with the opportunities and the talents that I've been given. And then I just look back at my time here at Northwestern. By no means was it an easy ride. There were times that I didn't think I would be in a fifth year. I didn't think I would be a starter here because naturally as a college athlete, you go through struggles, you go through questioning your abilities. And so, to be going out and, on Ryan Field for the last time this weekend is a little bittersweet for me, for the guys that I came in with, for the guys that came before me, and kind of what our legacy has been as we've been here. So from that standpoint, just very grateful for this program, for my family back at home and all the people that have helped me along the way. It's truly been a blessing. So hopefully we send ourselves and, everybody else that'll be in attendance on Saturday out the right way.
Do you have a favorite memory from your time here?
Man, talk about putting me on the spot. Fair enough. Obviously, for me, one of my favorite memories, we didn't get the result that we wanted to, but going back home for me to the Big Ten Championship last year was an unreal experience for me. I had a couple opportunities of playing Lucas Oil in high school for the state championship games, but being back home and the amount of people that came out to support, not only for the Wildcats but for myself, was truly special to see. And the way the crowd was rocking in the second half, that was something I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Sure. In that game, last week against UMass, you're facing a team that has had not a lot of success against the run all year. Did you guys come into that game knowing we're going to run the ball, we're going to pound away at them? And if so, how does that help or how does that affect your mentality as an offensive lineman?
I think we've kind of carried the same mentality throughout the entire year. There were some defenses early in the year that we faced that a lot of people said we wouldn't have been able to run the ball against, and we had some pretty good success. And so I think that's just a collective buy-in from our group, not only us as the offensive line, but everybody else that contributes to the run game, on the receivers on the outside, the running backs in the hole, the superbacks, Coach Anderson coaching us up throughout the week. So I don't think our mindset or our mentality changes week to week. We always want to run the ball, and we found a lot of success this past weekend. So it's a lot to hang our hat on. So hopefully we keep that going this weekend.
And then in game, when you start having that success and you start breaking off those big runs, obviously you guys have had some pretty good games on the ground so far, but 5 touchdowns is a little bit of a different story. Was that sort of a breakthrough moment for you guys?
I think it just makes Evan Hull look really good. When he runs for a lot of yards, he's a really good football player. So we know the abilities that we have as an offensive line, and so to kind of see those come to fruition in the run game was pretty cool to see.
And then Fitz, he was up here earlier talking about you taking our jobs, and I believe him. Do you know what you're going to be doing coming off your career? Do you have any plans?
I have no idea. Take care of Minnesota, and we'll see what the rest has in store for me.
Minnesota's had a big turnaround this season from last year. What have you noticed about them and how they've been able to?
I've been telling people all year, confidence and swagger and momentum is a real thing in this game. You see a team last year that, played really hard, but they got down towards the end of the year when they kind of saw that a bowl bid was kind of out of their reach. And so this year they hit stride at the right time, and confidence and playing together for a long time. I heard today that their back end on the defensive side of the ball has been playing together all year. So you build a little confidence and you start notching some wins up back to back to back, and it builds a lot of confidence. And when a team is confident and when things are clicking on all cylinders, you see what they've been able to do this year. So credit to them, great team. So we got to come with our hard hat on Saturday. Had a baby Paul.
You just mentioned that last year Minnesota got down when they saw a bullet bid was out of reach. How are you guys going to try to not get down these last 2 weeks and sort of
I think we just got to have a lot of personal pride, for ourselves, for, the legacy that this program has been built on, the foundation of it, and that's to finish strong. Obviously, by no means is this season what we, etched it out to be. But I think it's a lot of great life lessons, and I'll quote Coach Anderson, who's our position coach, my position coach, who's been talking with us all year. And yes, this isn't what we've drawn up, but at the end of the day, these are great life lessons for life way down the road, and this is outside of football. Being a great man, being a great father, great husband. You know what I mean? When adversity hits, it's not about just shutting it down and quitting and saying, okay, I can't do this anymore. It's how you react to it. Are you going to buckle down even more? Come to work each and every day despite the outcome of how things have been going for us this year. So, I think the trajectory of the program is still in a very ascending trajectory. I really believe that because when things like this happen, it makes you hungrier. And I know the guys that will be coming back next year, you know, when myself and some of the older guys are gone, it's just going to drive that hunger and drive that motivation even more. So we're going to finish strong, you know, to the best of our abilities, but, you know, the program's going in a great direction.
Knowing the season's going to end in a few weeks, you won't be practicing in December?
Yeah, it'll be a little weird. Try not to think about it because I feel like I spend all day, every day here. So to have a change of scenery once the season is over will be a little weird, but just got to enjoy it for these last couple of weeks and, you know, go out with a bang.
Anything else for Jared? Okay, wait.
First time you saw Camp Kenosha?
First time I saw Camp Kenosha, I said, what is this? Didn't know what that was. Didn't even know Kenosha was a place. But, you know, here I am 5 years later, and Kenosha is a very special place in my heart. I don't think I'll go back to Kenosha, but it's definitely a very special place in my heart.
Back the last time, this summer? Did you have flashbacks or anything?
Oh, yeah. You have flashbacks to, you know, when you first get in the program and, you know, you're like, man, this college football thing is for real. And then you become an old man like me, and you kind of enjoy it a little more. So I think as you grow up in this program, you just begin to appreciate the little things. And Kenosha is very much what we do in this program. It's very much a part of who we are. So for me, you know, I'll miss it from the standpoint that I won't be able to be there with my brothers, but I think I can promise you I won't be back there.
What's up? The first time I saw Kenosha? What did I think? Woo! I didn't really know what to think, man. There's nothing out there. It's just a bunch of green grass and a couple schools here and there. But it's great. You know, it's all football. And my first year there, kind of like what Jared was talking about, it's like, whoa, this college football thing's real. Like, it's the real deal. And as I got older, you know, I really appreciated it. You know, just spending time with the guys in my position group, you know, watching TV, watching football, you know, after meetings and stuff. But at first I was like, goodness gracious, what is this place? But it's a good time, you know. That's a special place.
Patty, this week, you guys are going up against a team. You guys have gone up against a lot of teams this year that run the ball a good amount, but probably nobody that runs it quite as much as this Minnesota team, over 60% of the time coming in it today. Or this week, I should say. Does that mean you guys are expressly focused on the run? You guys are typically a team that kind of prides yourself on stopping the run against a team like that who's really focused on establishing the run. Does that give you maybe an extra effort, an extra, you know, purpose in your spot?
Yeah, you know, this is the Big Ten where it's, you know, it's run the ball, you know, and every team prides themselves on running the ball, and every defense should and needs to be priding themselves on stopping the run, you know. And you look at Minnesota, we watch the tape, they're an RPO team, you know, and they throw a lot of X-bang and a lot of inside zone cuts. So, you know, we're gonna devise a game plan. I know, I trust the coaches up there. They're gonna come up with a great game plan coming up here today for first and second down, coming up tomorrow, and you know, that's the emphasis for sure, stopping the run. But we also have to stop the RPO and their pass game as well.
And that RPO, does that put extra pressure on you, the decision up the middle right there?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, that's the whole thing, you know, behind RPOs. You know, gets the linebackers up to the line of scrimmage and, you know, just throw those quick slants and you know, they'll probably run some sluggos off of that too. So, but yeah, man, RPOs, it's tough. You know, that's what they're there for.
You got a Band-Aid on your left knee?
Yeah, man, just a little cut. Yeah, nothing big, just a little cut. Just taking care of it, you know. Trying not to get infected out here and in and out of the cold tubs and stuff. You know, guys go in there without showering and stuff, and you never know, man. Infections be coming around this way and that way. So just trying to take care of it, you know.
Has there ever been like an infection breakout on the team while you've been here?
Not that I know of. You know, nothing like MRSA or anything coming around. But you know, when you pack 100-some dudes in a locker room, and people were using the restrooms, and you know, hope to God they're washing their hands. But you know, hopefully, I don't know if everybody is. You know, so of course, you know, stuff like that's going around. But yeah, nothing serious.
Are there any of the seniors that you've become especially close with that you're going to be really sentimental about saying goodbye to?
Yeah, Jared Thomas, who just got up here and spoke, he's been tremendous. He's been a really good leader to me and to the team as well. We've kind of just picked each other's brains on not only football but just life in general and just life after football, and just where our mindset is and how to deal and handle adversity. He's a really solid dude, really humble guy. I'm definitely gonna miss him. Handful of other guys too, but Jared comes to mind. Just the guy and the person he is. I'm definitely gonna miss him.
Going back to Minnesota a little bit, you were talking about how they run X bang. I never heard of that. Can you talk a little bit
Yeah,
more about that?
so the X is the weak side receiver, and all the bang is just a quick slant. So it's just the RPO and then a quick slant there, back to the weak side receiver.
Patty, what can you tell us about PJ Spencer?
PJ Spencer?
Yeah.
Man, he's working his tail off right now. He's a guy that came in as a walk on. And he's working his tail off. He's a quiet guy. He's an interesting dude. Haven't really sat down and picked his brain too much. But man, he's working hard in practice. Slowly earning the trust of the older guys like myself and the DBs in the back end and guys and things like that, guys like that. He's working hard, and he's really taking it serious, which is good to see from a young guy or from an old guy like me, seeing young guys really take care of their business on and off the field too. So. With the depth that we have right now and the issues going on, no. It's next man up at this point. I'm just glad to see him really taking it serious and really working hard.
Anything else for Patty? Okay, thank you.
Appreciate y'all.